Hey, Patrick Bobakanian here from Serve Champion TV. Welcome on this new episode where we're going to talk about the art of link velocity. Now, what's link velocity? It's basically when you're going to link and how many links you're going to build in a certain time frame. So, for instance, you published your content and your site is ready. When you start linking to your site, then link velocity comes into play. So imagine you're linking twice a day or 5 times a week, give or take. That's a link velocity of 5 links a week or 2 links a day. But here's the thing, link velocity is a huge factor when it comes to off-page SEO, and you have to understand the basics and the fundamentals to do this right. And even now, even in 2017, and so many courses and so much information out there, people still get this wrong. And there are people that do this right. I'm not talking about you, because you might know it already. You might have been doing it successfully, but you might be surprised how many people do this wrong. So I want to talk about this. I want to stress the importance of link velocity, and I'm going to show you exactly how you should do it. Basically, how I do it and how I always have success with my off-page side, which makes it super easy for me to rank and not struggle with rankings that are not going up. So let's start with, when do I send backlinks to my site? This is a question I get a lot, and everyone has their own strategy and own way of linking or when they want to link. But what I personally do is a week after the content and the on-page optimization is done. Now, I always make sure that I have at least 5 to 10,000 words. I forgot the words. So 5,000 to 10,000 words of content in place to get started. Now, some people start with 1,000 words or 2,000 words, but always remember, content-rich sites always get the advantage. So why not invest a little bit more in content and get it right the first time instead of bargaining on your own site and with content? There's one thing that Google talks a lot of shit. There's also some truth in some of their statements. Content is very important. Obviously, content is king. So make sure your money sites always have a lot of content, or at least you start with it. And then a week after 5 to 10,000 words are in place and your on-page optimization is done properly, you can start linking to it. Now, here's the thing with link velocity. Random is key with link velocity. Now, what do I mean with random? Well, you are basically recreating the natural effect of the Google algorithm. So that means you need to avoid patterns like linking once a day or twice a day or 10 times a week or maybe even 100 times a month. Some people do this 50 times a month. There's this same pattern coming and going, and when you do that, you're going to be in trouble with your link building. So random is key. And here's an example of how you should link. Now, you can, after a week, you can start sending 1 link on day 1, and then you can send 2 links on day 4, and then on day 6 you can send 1 link, and then you can wait 5 more days and send 3 links. There is no standard pattern here. These are random intervals. These are random days that you're just linking out to. You're basically reverse engineering the natural effect, and the natural effect is always random. There is no standard velocity. There is no one pattern of linking. So always keep it natural and keep it random. Super important. Now, from where should I start linking? This is a question I get a lot too. And honestly, this doesn't matter too much. Some people do care about this. Some people say, yeah, we'll start with the Web 2.0s and citations and maybe even a press release to gain some authority. That's fine. But in my experience, it doesn't really matter where I should link from. I mean, you can start with Web 2.0 links. You can start with PBNs, blog comments, even press releases. And what else is there? Citations. You can definitely start with that. However, there's one thing that matters a lot. How should I start linking to my sites? That's super important. Now, as I always said, and I always advised and set this to my clients and students. Start with your brand name and your URL anchor text. So for instance, brand name, here's my example, Serb Champion, in different variations. You can even misspell it once. This is just a natural anchor text plan right here for you. So I would, mostly on my link building would be brand name, URL, and there's a small portion of it that will be generic, like here, source, more information, info, click, resource. These are super natural anchor texts, and I'm going to show you basically 3 live examples of natural link profiles. So let's go to Chrome. I got 3 examples here with Majestic. We got Smart Passive Income from Pat Flynn. Great blog. Check it out if you have the time. Great internet marketing information. But I'm just going to check his anchor text, right? Now, if you check his anchor text, it's mostly all branded. So Smart Passive Income. This is his name, Pat Flynn. Here's his brand name. Here's a URL. Here's a URL. Here's a brand name. They're all over the place. Plus, he also has some generic anchor text like website, open website, blog. What else is there? Official site. So this is an example of a natural link profile. Let's go to Neil Patel and let's go over his link profile. And as you can see here, his name comes up. So his brand name, right? Neil Patel. Here's a URL. Here's generic. Here's a brand name. You see, most of his anchor texts are all his name, and he's getting tons of traffic. So another perfect example. And let's go to Ahrefs. One more example. Big keyword tool, right? But you don't see the anchor text keyword tool, keyword research tool, like conquering his whole link profile. It's all branded. You see here? URL, branded. URL. It's all over the place. Some generics as well. As I said, they're not linking out with keyword research tool or competition analysis tool, because most of you do that. Like when I analyze my clients' sites or when I get audits or consultations, I can see that a lot of people get this wrong already. So keep it natural with your anchor text and reverse engineer your top competitors. That's the best thing you can do, okay? So the key of success obviously is reverse engineer your top competitors or the people that have success in your market. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, not reinvest the wheel. But maybe it's even reinvest. You don't even have to reinvest in inventing the wheel. You know what I mean? So I hope this really makes sense for you, and I hope this clarifies a lot when it comes to how you should link, where you should link, and when you should link. Now, I hope you enjoyed this, but this video is not over yet because I have something extra for the agency owners out there. So do you have an SEO agency and are you in need of a hands-on white label solution? And do you want to minimize the risk of getting your clients penalized? Then we have a service that we just launched where you can receive editorial backlinks from high DA blogs on autopilot. And the beautiful part about this is these blogs are influencers in your market. So it could be a big blog in the real estate market or home improvement market. We have a lot of connections with these bloggers in these certain niches, and they generate a lot of referral traffic to the sites we usually link to. So a high DA link with referral traffic is orgasmic SEO magic. And I know this sounds really disturbing, but it is the holy grail of the links. If you can get a good quality high DA link and it also generates traffic, that's a live and strong link, and it's perfect for your clients. We have 4 link packages, but we have these 3, and you can do one times or monthlies. The 5 link package, this might seem like a lot, but these links, the DA40, DA30, and DA20 links, they get sold for a lot of money, and the market price for these links is pretty high. So I've seen tons of services offer DA40 links, blogger outreach services that that offer it for $600 or $700 market price, right? And then DA30, $300 a pop. So you get 2 DA30 links, which is a value over $600. As you can see here, this is like, if you would buy all of these links separately from most services, it would end up being like $1,700. But instead, you can get a lot more value with a link package that we have here. Same counts for these, because in the link package, we're going to combine the A20, the A30, and the A40 links. Now, one more thing, it's not going to be like when we promise a DA30 link, it's going to be exactly a DA30 links. Usually, we over deliver on that. And I should fill in 30 plus or 40 plus, because it really ranges between 30 and 39 and 40 and 49. So these are our big value packages for your agency. And all you have to do is request a free consultation. You can go to www.serbchampion.com/hands-off-SEO service and submit our application form. Once you do that, we will get back to you within 1 or 2 business days. We will go over your agency game plan and how we can provide the best results for your clients while you focus on making money, generating more clients, and not dealing with the headaches of doing the link building and making sure the links are not risky for your clients and you can sleep well at nights, basically, right? So if you want to get started with this, if you want to request a free consultation, please go to this URL or click on the link below this video, and it will take you to our page where you can submit the application form. And then we will go over your agency, what kind of clients you have, which markets, and how we can give your clients and your agency the results you need. This is Patrick Bobukanian from Serb Champion. Talk soon.